Welcome back to the channel. But if you're new, guys, I'm Jay Tibbs. I'm here to bring you guys awesome tips and gameplay. Make sure before the video loads up, you guys know the drill to like it and also subscribe if you're new. Turn on my post notifications as well. I do giveaways, funny videos, all types of stuff. It's gonna be good. Tomorrow, Game 2 versus Siwoo drops, so be on the lookout for that. Funny game, funny trash talk game. The game of the year as well. It was a really good game between us two, so make sure to be ready for that tomorrow. We see who we're repping. We got Mike Vick. You see it? You see it? I don't know if y'all can see that. There we go, Mike Vick. If you guys aren't aware, EA released a patch yesterday. Not only did they release a patch that fixed a lot of gameplay issues, it also added a lot of different formations into the game, as well as 2 new defensive formations. But I believe the nickel triple is one of the best new formations they've added in a while. People are saying it's trash. People are saying both of them suck. I'm going to be breaking down the nickel triple as well as the nickel 2-4-5 odd, showing you guys how to run the best defense in the game, in my opinion, right now. I am in the Chicago Bears defensive playbook, and yes, I will leave a link down below to the patch notes so you guys can look what formations they added. Here's the nickel triple. Now looking at it, it's really good. Very tough defense. I'm a little disappointed they don't have a cover 4 out of this. However, they do have a match in a cover 6, which I guess is fine. But that's not the defense we're going to be breaking down today. Actually, we're going to be breaking down a play out of the nickel triple, which I believe is a very tough blitz to block. But before we get into that, here's the nickel 2-4-5 odd. Again, it's just like 3-3-5 odd, but with, 2 down linemen and 4 linebackers and then 5 secondary players. Again, it has a cover 4. It looks pretty good, I guess. If zones played really good this year, this would actually be a really good shed defense, but since they don't really, these purples are kind of useless in a way, and yeah, the zones aren't going to jump everything, so I would definitely recommend not really wasting your time too much on this defense. Maybe experimenting with it. I'll give it a try, but so far from all the labbing I've done out of this, it's not very effective versus the pass or the run. Back to the nickel triple though, like I said, you have nickel blitz 3, you have cover 6, you have nickel blitz 1, you have hot blitz, you have cover 3 cloud, which is really good defense this year. You have cover 3 match. You have some pretty good match defenses. I mean, it's not overall a bad defense, but I'm going to be going over this nickel blitz just regular out of the nickel triple, and it's actually kind of like a nickel 2-4-5 A gap mid blitz look because they get the same gap shoots. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So you guys see versus an unblocked running back, this is going to come in. What I like to do is I like to go ahead and press blitz all my linebackers till I get them on the line, and what I'll go ahead and do is contain, and you guys can move him in a spot if you want. And what you can do is you can do something like this. And as you guys are going to see right here, this blitz is actually going to come in free. I'm going to hover in this gap. If they don't block anyone, I'm going to hover in this gap right here, and I'm going to go ahead and disengage real quick. Now right there, Big Ben did end up breaking that, but we do end up getting the sack. So it's a really good 5-man blitz if they aren't blocking anyone. Again, what I like to do is I like to blitz all my linebackers and try, and sometimes I'll even show blitz. Sometimes it's up to you guys, it really is. So something like that, and then I can put my middle linebackers in zones. And you guys see right here, we're going to go ahead and contain again. We're going to put him right there on the line, and it's going to really do very well against this type of look. Again, you guys see, kind of got tripped up there, but the only thing that's open is underneath route, which obviously my user, if I'm in the real game, I'd be taking away. But that's pretty much the 5-man blitz. Against a blocked running back, guys, yeah, I'm going to do the same thing, but this time what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and I am going to blitz 6 instead of the 5. Again, you guys are going to be sending a lot of pressure out of this, but what you want to do is, even if you can't, you can go ahead and pinch your D-line, and what that's going to do is that's actually going to cause the line to kind of act weird against this in a way. And as you see, again, he kind of trips up, but again, nothing's really open. I'm just going to go ahead and tip that away as we get ag caught on. Still though, it's a really good defense, especially if they do block the running back, because the fact of the matter is nobody's really seen this defense, so they don't know what to expect. And what I'll go ahead and do is, what I like to do is sometimes I'll spread the line and I'll just make a bunch of adjustments, to be honest with you guys. And then yeah, it's something like this maybe, and then boom, we are in business. As you guys see, again, a spreaded defensive line looks good against this. Also, if you want, you can go ahead and shift them to the right so it's kind of an even look. It kind of looks like a 2-4-5 defense in a way, but you want to go ahead and always keep that type of mysteriousness. You don't want them to have to figure out anything else. As you see, everything's boxed up. We have everything in a brown paper bag. Very, very easy to go ahead and guard. Lastly, against the Max Protect. Now, against the Max Protect at a bunch, this thing actually really does hum. We're going to go ahead and show blitz. We're going to press. And again, it's very simple stuff. Very easy, very, very effective. So we're going to crash our line down, blitz our linebackers, contain. You don't have to move fuller. You can if you want. I do it just for a security blanket. Again, we're going to stand in this gap. If you guys want, again, you can spread your D-line. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone because I don't think spreading the D-line out of this defense is really effective because they can just go ahead and do that right there. Obviously, you have the whole play boxed up. I'm able to go ahead and pick that with Tyrann Mathieu, but still, I'd recommend on this play is all you're going to do is you're going to blitz all linebackers, show blitz, press, okay? You're going to put your guys in zones as is, and then what you're going to go ahead and do is crash your line out, blitz all linebackers, or excuse me, crash your line in, so slant inside, blitz all linebackers, and then contain. So you're going to show blitz, press, blitz all linebackers, slant inside with the line, and you're going to go ahead and then put zones out there, and then you can contain last if you want. Obviously, you guys see right here, this thing is going to absolutely scream. We are going to go ahead and get a nice edge blitz right there, and it's very effective versus this type of high-powered offense. I know what everyone's thinking. How does this do against the run, Tibbs? Well, I'll show you. And what I like to do is I like to go ahead and kind of set it up like a cover 4. But what I'll go ahead and do is with that safety on the side of the tight ends, I'll go ahead and put in a spy, and then I'll have my 3 zones out there. And I'll usually play on this middle guy right here. What I'll do with that spy a lot of the times also is you can either move him on the line if you want, but it's completely up to you in case they run a stretch. And I like to go ahead and kind of use this right here. And you guys see how we're shooting the gap right there automatically before the dive even has time to develop. Not many people know this, but spies are actually still pretty good run defense. They're not as effective as the beginning of the year, but this is what I like to do out of the nickel triple, especially when I have a scrambling quarterback. I don't mind having 3 zones and sending 7 people at him. I really don't mind, and using, you know, the 3rd zone. So what I'll do a lot of the times if I'm going to suspect they're going to run a stretch or a dive is I'll stick that spy right there, and what he'll do is he'll shoot around that gap right there, around that right tackle. It makes for a very easy way to stop the run, and you're able to go ahead and get in the backfield and just make a play. And as you see, we're getting a free shutter off both sides. I'll show you guys it one more time. Again, here's the defense. We slanted inside, we blitzed all linebackers, we showed blitz, we pressed, and then we put Tyrann Mathieu in that spy. And again, you guys can go ahead and do whatever you want here. It's up to you, it really is. But you guys want to go ahead and make sure you guys are at least playing the run right here. Sometimes what I'll even do is I'll go ahead and take Fuller and I'll user him. So at least I have 3 deep zones right here. I'm not getting beat deep. And as you guys see, again, we're going to go ahead and be able to shoot that gap right there. We kind of got tripped up. It's all right. Not a big deal. So one more time, again, we're going to go ahead and get them in the box. Again, you can blitz Fuller if you want. I usually like to because it gives you just that extra run fit defender just in case they run, and if they pass, oh well, you know what I mean? You're blitzing 7. They're not going to have enough people to block this blitz. So again, that's how it's looking like. Again, we're going to run this ball. We're going to go ahead and shoot that gap, and boom, our left of screen linebacker comes off the end for a nice play. What you could also do, which I also like to do, is what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll put the spy in the middle of the field, and I'll let him go to work. So what this is going to do is this is actually going to go ahead and make it to where your opponent's going to have to at least think about that spy right there, because that spy is actually going to go ahead and play the run a lot better. He'll plug up that middle, so they're going to have to bounce to the outside. One more variance of this before we end the video is I'll go ahead and even blitz Tyrann Mathieu. And what I'll do a lot of the times is I'll move him inside right here. And so again, he's going to be shooting the gap. It doesn't really matter. His blitz angle isn't going to change. You just want to make sure you have that option there in case they run a stretch, because he will end up successfully shooting that gap. And again, they're not running to the left. You have that linebacker and that corner on the outside. It's very hard to stretch it like that. But again, you guys see right there, we're able to get in the backfield. Actually, this time it's Fuller making the play. Although a lot of people did complain on Twitter and also took their complaints to Mutt Reddit, this defense isn't half bad. If you guys want to see a 2-4-5 nickel odd breakdown, I need at least 200 likes on this video. I'll go ahead and do one if you guys really want to see it. I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. As always, I enjoy bringing these to you guys. I enjoy informing you guys. I just wanted to make sure I got everything right about this defense, and I think this blitz, the nickel blitz, the all-out man blitz, is kind of emulating the same mid-blitz concept that 2-4-5 has, as there's random gap shoots. They'll come up the B gaps sometimes. In a game where nano detection is very prevalent, it's very hard to get blitzes like that to come through. If you made it this far in the video, make sure to smack a thumbs up on the video. Also, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Guys, this is J Tibbs signing off, and as always, peace.